What's up, everybody? Welcome to Other Space FM. I'm Jason the Ape.
I'm Nana.
Now let's get into it, guys. Today we're on day 4 of our live gameplay of heavy metal. It's been quite a grind. We've had different community members join us since day 1. We actually got one of our day 1 community members joining us today. We got Festige back in the house. What's up? Good morning. How you
What
doing,
up,
homie? And
Prestige?
What's up? How's it going, guys? Just upgrading my tiles here.
It's a good day to upgrade some tiles.
the
Yep.
epic grind, right? It is a grinding game. Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
man. Welcome back.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great to be here. I'm happy to get into, some of the conversation about what we've learned. Every day we learn more and more and more and wish we could
Mhm.
go back. I even caught myself. I bought another night the other day, and I actually was able to catch up to my three that I started with on day one.
Ooh, that's good to hear. That's good to hear. Considering different approach, you got to start from scratch, and it just goes to show how efficient it can be if you have the right approach.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I'm currently playing 4 heavy metals. I have found that the most recent one, with all the learns and knowledge that I've acquired in the last 3 days, has become absolutely the most efficient one. So I'm going to kind of walk the audience through my learns here in a little bit. But before we even get to that, Sean, what's good with you, man? I don't even think I took the opportunity to say hello to you first. I should have started with that. I got too excited and just got right
Oh,
into
dude,
it.
it's
What's
okay.
good?
We said a little bit. We said hello a little bit earlier when we voted for each other. So I'll take that. But things are good. It is Sunday, so I got the family with me. I was able to sneak into the Discord real quick, during that time,
Nice.
and just get a little bit of Forge on, get some vote for votes, and see, just trying to be efficient with my time and jumping on this stream right now just to try and maybe figure out like if there's anything else I should be thinking about as I'm progressing.
I mean, well, let's start with this. Let's start with the first question of the day. We've got your 3 heavy metals up here. What
Oh
have you
yeah,
learned?
shoot.
What have you learned today or in the last few days? And I'm going to ask this probably every show, that you wish you would have known if you were just starting off today.
It's a good question, man. Last night the floor was like at point 4, and I was in the Discord chilling with everyone, and we saw this knight pop up at the night floor, and I was like, "Yo, this is it. I need to just cop this knight." And so I had an opportunity, and what was cool is like we were able to check to see if by searching for it in the fame section to see if there was a forge already being built, and there wasn't. Was still able to claim all the power ups, was able to start from scratch, and so I decided to go with the most efficient method possible to start myself off. And right now I'm just leveling up tiles so I can just build up this portal right now. So I'm currently at level 4, about to get level 5 in a second, but that's kind of the jam right now. So going to your question, like just being able to uh look for another heavy that doesn't have a forge is another way you can kind of start fresh with all the knowledge that you currently know. And so it was really helpful to just kind of build it out, bounce ideas off of different people in the community via the Discord voice channel, and get started on a really good path. To Festige's point, he started a night a little bit later on and was able to catch it up to his Reaver as far as forge capacity. So that's kind of what I'm looking for in this.
I love
Sounds
that. Prestige, let's jump over to you and look at your screen. What do you got going on? You got 4 screens. This seems to be the alpha play that we're all
this
learning from you
yeah.
so far.
This is how I normally play, but they're all the same thing is happening for each individual one right now. They're all about the same point. My knight's even a little bit further because like I said, I messed up on my first three. Like I'll full screen my celestial to show you guys, but I have these extra tiles here. I have 6 extra tiles that I have to upgrade every single time now because once you connect it to a portal, you can't go back and delete these. So now I'm stuck with these 6 tiles. It will make sense once I unlock this portal because I won't have to go back and upgrade all these to level
Yeah.
11. So like there's that little benefit, but like you can when I go over to my knight here, he's already upgrading to level 12 right now, level 12 floors. Like these are all level 11s, and that's what these are on. These are all level 11s right here, and
Dang,
they're still
nice.
upgrading to level 11. Um, but it
So
just goes to show how like that those 6 tiles extra that I had there is so much more time. And even before I was like, oh, maybe it doesn't matter that much. Like I even had like, I think it was like 4 tiles over here. I was like, oh, it doesn't matter that much. But I ended up deleting those tiles the other night and just being just, yeah.
So the alpha seems to be, and it is, I think so far, we'll see, to be determined, but building out as many tiles as you can to open the portal, the second portal, after you push your first portal up quite a bit. So, like, we'll look at mine. This is the Reaver I've been building since day one. This is actually the very first one I started with, the most builds. My portal is a level 6 currently, and that's how high I got it before I even went to that second portal. And he's currently upgrading the second portal quite a bit. And in order to do that, I really made sure that my averages were super high. I had built out 30 tiles to get to that second portal, and I had even built some of them out to a ranking of 6 and 7, and then realized that the average was taking so long that I'd have to just sit here and do this over and over and over. So this whole area in front between the purple all the way to the portal was filled with tiles. I deleted them all about an hour ago. And in that hour,
yeah,
everything just started moving faster, right?
nice.
So now the strategy for me, I'm working on every time I can, I'm upgrading the second portal just as high, and then I'll move to the third one, right? And then you need 60 tiles to do that. The other little learn I've had is this is a time-based game. Sometimes things are taking a little bit longer. Sometimes you got to go run to the market or something, right? There's certain tiles you're not going to get rid of, and having them high numbers is good for your general average, it seems. So every time I've got to go take Coda for a walk, go do something, I'm going over to like a tile right on the first portal and I'm voting it. So it gives it like an hour or something. So now I'm like, all right, I'm accomplishing a higher average by just putting a higher number on the average board. So those are some of the things I've taken away in the last few days that I think are good to learn about and know. But
Yeah,
you
I
know,
like that, Jay.
Sean, you had said you picked up a new one, right? Like let's talk about the new one and kind of what, on day 4 a strategy looks like for a new heavy metal. What are you thinking and how are you approaching it?
Right now I'm focusing on kind of maxing out my forge capacity efficiently. So I'm kind of going on the energy route in terms of whatever I can do to max out this portal, level up this first portal, and minimize the number of tiles that's required. Because activating a new portal requires a certain quantity of tiles, but upgrading that portal requires the average um, tile level to be higher and higher. So it doesn't necessarily have that quantity requirement once it's activated. And so what I've done is just build up to that first portal, which required, I believe, 10 tiles to activate. Once it was activated, I just yeeted all those other ones, and just left those 4. And I'm going to do the same thing for Portal 2 this next time around. So far, it's been going good. One of the things that like I'm currently focused on right now is, I want to get this upgraded. And looks like one of my heavies just went into a portal. I actually wanted to get enough to upgrade this second one. I need 500,000 energy, and yeah, it needs level 12 average. So I'm currently on level 10. So I just need to upgrade all of these, level up all these tiles to level 12, and then I should be in good standing to just keep getting a better energy capacity. I'm at 605K right now.
Nice.
And this is one of them, and the reason why it looks kind of funky and doesn't necessarily have the most efficient line is because I started off with the design. This is the one that I was trying to do a herringbone pattern with. But then I was like, you know what? The design should come a little bit later. You know what I mean? Like, let me unlock some blueprints along the way. Destructing tiles, you unlock blueprints. You unlock, premium tiles as well. So I'm just kind of accumulating some of the premium tiles that I like, so that when it's time to start building out like a cool design, I'm ready. And so I always have that design in the back of my head. I'm getting inspired constantly by visiting other forges, looking at what other people are doing,
Well,
and
let's do
giving me
that
some
right
good
now.
ideas.
Let's actually jump into a forge because I think you showed this yesterday, and I'd love if you could show people again. How do you go visit someone else's portal to do
Let's
exactly what you're saying?
let's visit someone in the chat. Throw a forge number, throw a heavy number in the chat right now. Let's all go visit it. Let's maybe critique it a little bit. Let's see what they're doing. Give some honest feedback. If
That could be
anyone's
a
up
fun
for it,
segment. That could be a fun segment in the future. You guys need feedback. You need a little guidance. We could jump in and kind of help you because I've had some friends messaging me, showing me their builds and saying, "Am I doing this right?" Thinking, they're just building, but like there's a
yeah.
lot more thought that goes into how you should be building this stuff. So, Ayo Jaco, I mean, yeah,
Should we just go into 69?
let's just go into the official 4G69 position.
Okay, I like that. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah, if you don't mind, let's just go ahead
Okay.
and have you navigate that.
So I'll press F. That opens up the fame tab. Type in 69 over here in the search, and
Let's actually go to Vicky's. Let's go to Vicky's.
Oh,
Two
okay,
four
okay.
24178.
Well, hold on. While I'm on 69, I just gotta see it. So this is what 69 is looking like. Man, the hollow is looking nice. Okay, real
All right,
nice
I
and basic.
all right.
I
Okay,
wonder who's playing this because it doesn't seem like they're going with like the meta idea. Like, and I would think a hollow would.
what? What did you say?
Like the meta idea. Like,
Oh
th-
yeah.
they had like
For
30 tiles.
energy
It seems
farming.
like placed there. Yeah.
All right, so we are in Vicky's. Shout out to Vicky.
Shout
Hers
out
is
to Vicky.
looking nice.
Oh yeah, that's real nice.
Look at all these visitors.
All right, look at Vicky's and then look at mine.
Okay. So let's see. First of all, these like tiles right here are really nice. I never actually noticed that. Not too many glitches that I come across, to be honest. In our Discord, we probably have the lowest amount of glitches. So that's a pretty cool thing as far as standing out, because immediately this stands out to me. You got the watermelon tiles that are coming over here, which
Nice.
kind of gives like a grass like feel. And then she's building out some purple all the way over here. Whoa, what's going on over here?
That's for Tropo to when he comes and hangs out.
This is my favorite part, Vicky. So kudos to you on getting a little bathroom stall.
Let's
Maybe get some walls up. You know what I'm
maybe
saying? Do some decorative walls to block this off. That would be funny.
maybe let's see if I can send her a vote just for jumping on stream and
Let's
allowing us to
go.
do that. So
Let's
in
go.
order to do that, I did the same thing. I popped it up. I'm looking for vote. Vicky's number is 24178.
7-8.
Vote 185,000.
Let's
Done.
go.
Vicky, thank you for
That's how
coming
you do
and
it.
yeah, letting us check out your thing. I think every show we do this, I'm going to try my best to throw a vote to someone that comes through and participates. And if anyone out there in the community just wants to show, Vicky some love and send her a gift vote, you're absolutely welcome to. That
Yeah.
number's up there on the screen.
It's an incentive for tuning in, and we really appreciate you all rocking with us. You know what I'm saying?
All right, let's go over to AO Jocko's. We'll look at someone else's, and then we'll go over to Festige and kind of talk about Festige. What's that meta that you were referring to? So we'll get to that in just a
All
second.
right, yeah.
Let's look at AO Jocko's. Let's give him a little thought. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen. So let me just do that. I have it up. Fame. It's hard to look at two different screens to do this and do this, but I got it. I got this. Oh, wrong one. See, I'm still learning, guys. 3708. 3708. Boom. All right, visit. Oh, all right. Nice celestial, by the way. I do like that when you visit, there's an indicator of a crown for like you're the king of that forge. It's your forge that you own it, you know. Love the little garden he's got going on here. Protector gun in case you got to keep the it's like a modern day scarecrow in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Uh
This
you know
is
that
cool.
gamer
You
mouse
went
I bought,
decorative.
bro. That gamer mouse I bought for Dookie Dash already broke, so I can't scroll in and out really that well. So gotta love that. Um, but Jocko, this is a hell of a build, man. He does look like he's going with the meta here with not a ton of tiles. So Festige, maybe we can talk about that right now. What is that meta that you were talking about?
Yes, that's just like a word that gamers use. Like I've kind of grown up using that, and it stands for like most effective tactics available. I had to Google that really quick, but I've just been using that my like whole life as like a word to explain what's the most viable thing to do. Like what makes the most sense in efficiency terms. What's the best thing that people like the strategy, the best strategy out there.
Mhm. And so, what specific meta were you referring to? Are you talking about the just kind of right now the best thing to do would probably be to just build
Energy
up that
farm,
first, yeah.
energy farming. That's what I'm going with. That's what I think a majority of people are going with. And I'm not saying like you even notice a lot of the team, like a lot of the people on Yuga's team, like they're going around and voting for people on Twitter that are actually taking the time to design.
Mhm.
Like it all depends on what you guys want to do
Activity.
with like, there's no rush. We have well, we don't know, like maybe something could happen in each season, but it seems like we have 3 seasons to build up our forge, like there's no rush to, get maxed out right away. Like, it's just like
Mhm.
people want the votes. Like I'm going for leaderboard. I'm trying to get a legendary amp. So the more energy I have quicker, the more votes I can like vote for vote with people and then
Yeah.
make sure I'm placing high up on the leaderboards.
So
That's the other
we're
thing.
gonna go for it, Sean, and then I want to show what he's talking about when it comes to that.
Yeah. That's the other thing about even for voting, the more energy that you have, the more capacity, the more you can actually vote for others. But that also allows you to potentially get votes because a lot of the community are doing vote for vote. You know what I mean? So if you're able to have your forge capacity go up to 550,000, then you'll be able to dish out more votes as you continue to use that energy. Hey, you might need to go on a break and you're about to be away from the computer. And maybe you'll have, 350,000 energy left. You can probably get a vote off and find someone in the community to be able to, vote back for you as well.
Well,
And so those are some ways like, yes, doing the energy, just farming energy, but at the same time that kind of leads into your voting strategy as well.
as I say, that's a perfect opportunity to segue into the community building aspect of the show and why Other Space FM Discord has been such a growing community where we actually just went over 700 community members, I think yesterday. So let's fucking go, everybody. Thank you for coming through. If you're out there watching this currently, you can go to Other Space's website and find the Discord link. Go to otherspace.fm. All the way at the bottom of that website, you will find the Discord link if you want to come and join us. We're really excited to currently be playing heavy metal, but we're also going to touch on all the other Yuga games as they come out because all roads lead to Other Side. And to be honest with you, I can't wait till this is an Evo 2 and then an Evo 3, which I fully expect to play in the Other Side. Um,
Yo, yeah, can't you, like, wait till we're able to control these MFers. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be sick. We got the oh, you wanted to bring up the leaderboard and talk about that a little bit. Wanted to kind of circle back if
Yeah, let's do that. Absolutely.
is there something specific you wanted to bring
So
up?
what I wanted to talk about was the vote for vote kind of strategy, or the gifting strategy, right? There are a lot of people out there who are jumping around asking for votes. That's not going to work as efficiently as Sean had said, driving your energy up so you have votes to offer others, and then finding a trustworthy community base where you could trade them. So in our Discord voice chat, or in our Twitter channels, we have created a very simple structure so far where people are doing a 1-for-1 trade, right? And so the learn that I have on day 4 with trading votes is go slowly, don't rush to send the vote, confirm with someone what you both are agreeing to before. So now for me, day 4, this is how I go. I reach out to Sean. Hey, Sean, I've got 2 votes. Would you be down to
Yeah.
trade? He's like, no, I got 1 vote. I could trade you 1 vote. Cool. Where do you want me to send that 1 vote I have for you? And then he sends it. We send each other the receipt, which means just a screenshot that says already voted. That's not only for him to know that I did it, but for myself to know who I've sent things to, right? That's just
Because
how I've been doing it.
later on in the day, I mean, this is 18 weeks long, right? So later on in the day, we might, oh shit, I got enough energy for a vote. Jay, you need anything? And to be like, oh yeah, upvote this, but it's like, oh shit, I already voted for that, so I can't unless I have a different heavy, So it does. Sometimes people agree and not realize that they don't have enough energy. So you kind of want to make sure you get in a good habit of doing this. A lot of people have also kind of been bamboozled. People can say, "Hey, we'll do vote for vote." Oh, I voted, but you never see it update. So, and they didn't send a receipt. Those are some of the things that like you want to try and mitigate by really building true connections with people in the community. Like if I meet someone or I know someone that I'm following on Twitter and all of a sudden you're like, "Hey, I've been trading votes with this person. Maybe we can make this a little more regular. Maybe we can actually start to do this a little more often." So it's no question because we're both helping each other out. That's kind of what I felt the voice channel in the Discord has become is like really a lot of trusted members who we're engaging with each other, we're bonding with each other, we're vibing with music and playing Forge, and it's been way easier to just kind of jump in there. Hey, I got 5 minutes, but I also have like I don't have much time, but I got 5 votes, and
That's been the best part. That like, hey, I don't got more than 10 minutes today, but I've got 3 votes. Who wants to trade? And that's quick, right? Because on other ones that I've seen, it's just chat only, and that's hard. Because then you're like, well, I already voted for someone else, and you're like, dang, I already sent you one. So it's much easier to do that verbal confirmation as well, Sean. Good point.
yeah, it's
So
been fun. It's
the
been
other
so
thing,
fun.
dude, super fun. This weekend in the Discord has been cracking. Friday and Saturday night was fun as shit. Like we had a lot of people in there vibing. It got fun. It got silly. It
Hey
got
man,
weird.
shout
You
out
know,
NGB Ben for popping by.
shout out the 4G squad.
Lesson 4G squad.
No, so
Yo,
Prestige, you were talking about the leaderboard and the amps, and that's actually the reason why I wanted to circle back to the leaderboard. When we talk about the amps, like I know we had talked about that before, but I want to continue to make that a very important part we touch from time to time. What is the amp and why do you want to get a higher tiered one perhaps versus just like a generic one?
So, yeah, there hasn't been too much breakdown of exactly like what the amps will do. All we know is that we will need 3 to evolve our mechs. So and all you have to do to get like a common amp is just place 1 tile a season for the first 3 seasons, because the amps will then be able to earn amps from when we go to the dungeon crawler. That's where you'll get the other 3 from. But so the way it works, there's a metric on Twitter of like what exactly threshold you need to be in for the seasonal. Um, but as I know for the legendary, you need to be in the top 133 on the seasonal leaderboard to be able to get a legendary amp. And you can see when you go into fame and leaderboards, you can see what kind of amp you have, like for your seasonal. It'll show you like what your expected output is right now. And right now I am at the legendary because I'm 54th.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yes.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The power of other Space FM community. You're at, what did you say, 54 right now for
Yep,
seasonal?
54th.
Where's this board at for my 594 Reaver? Seasonal, I am currently 51st.
Yeah, we're neck and neck.
Let's
Whoa.
go.
Wait, go to, so you're in contention for a legendary as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And
Wow.
the reason was because purely on the day one, I started off with 40 votes. And now, I'm averaging about 19, 20 votes a day. So my goal is to increase my energy so I have more trades to trade or votes to trade. And then, find Prestige, hit them up, find someone in that voice chat, hit them up, exchange. And that's kind of the power of having that community available to you.
Yeah, yep. I remember giving out a couple of, extra votes just to try and push you over that line. That first day, it was really cool to see you, Jason, right up there. What was it? Like
I ended up being
14th,
14th on day one, absolutely, with that one. And
And
that
so it was,
was so exciting, man.
yeah, it was cool. Like people who wanted to rally and be like, yeah, hell yeah. Boomer has been right up there. He was finishing the day off at like 4th place. A lot of people, you get to see the activity. Some people start with like 144 votes, and then all of a sudden they're at 50 something. And you're like, damn, they got downvoted a ton. So these downvotes become very strategic. One of the things that is kind of nice is really that rarity spread. And when I'm going through this, I'm gonna share my screen real quick. As I'm going through this, you get to see how many rewards ranking points that you're going to be able to get right here. So currently, oh dang it, currently I have 10 votes. Let me see if I can get the this screen up real quick. So under leaderboard, you're able to see like this one with 2 votes. I got 15 points coming my way if I end this for a rewards ranking, and that will contribute toward the seasonal. You know what I mean? And so this kind of helps because it shows you I have 56 points so far for the seasonal ranking. And daily, if I just have 2 votes, I can get 15 points. And I think like as if the more and more people like just continue to participate, 15 points compared to 20 points for instance, I got 20 points for the yesterday's date, and I forget how many votes I had, but it's even with this, I have how many daily? I have 10 votes, and I'm getting 20 points only. So like 15 with 2 votes and 10 votes with 20. It's not the biggest difference, but this shit does add up, day by day. So for you to finish in 14th place, and I think you got what? Let's see how much 14th place rewards would get. They would get 30 points. So that's almost double the amount of points that one of my heavies will get just in one day. And doing that more consistently over time, you'll definitely start to see that leaderboard start to even out. And that's kind of what's neat about the contention for these different amps. You can see, like, hey, if you just lay out one tile throughout the season, maybe get one vote, you might get some points and you'll be in contention for this amp right here, a common. But then if you start just getting a couple of more votes, it jumps drastically, and then people start to get more of the uncommon and the rare. I actually think a lot more people will find it a little bit easier than they expected to get a rare, in my opinion, because even just with the votes that I got, and I haven't gotten too many for this one, I'm still in contention for an epic. So I'm kind of happy about that, even though like, daily I'm getting like just a couple votes.
Well, and
But
that goes to the marathon perspective too, Sean, is that you plan on being here and playing at least enough to get a few votes, or at least one vote every single day of the entire season one experience, right? So
I'll vote for myself just to get that one vote in. And these two votes are from both of my heavies. And the reason for that is because I'm when I go vote for vote, even if it's from one of these other heavies that I'm voting for, I'm actually pushing it all toward this 2411. And so I'm trying to do my best to be in contention, but I don't think I'll be able to get that legendary. So if I'm sitting pretty on this particular heavy, and I start to slack on this one, I might start evening it out a little bit. But so far I'm really trying to just gauge, what is the best balance? Should I weigh all my focus and energy on getting votes toward this one, or should I
what's the
spread it
number of
out?
that one?
Which one?
The one
The
that the one that
two
you care about the most to get votes.
2411.
All right, curious. So if anyone out there, same thing we did earlier, and I always say this, if you want to gift 2411 a vote, whether it's now or in the
Oh,
future, right?
that'd be
That's
nice. That'd
still
be
an
nice.
opportunity.
Uh,
We that could be a
Probably
gift.
haters will likely downvote, but that's cool too, man.
Well, and so I
Just
thought
let me
about this a
know.
lot. There's a lot of gaming aspects, right? And we don't know what the upvote or downvote will be for other than this right now in the future, right? And so I keep thinking to myself, that may come back to play in the game in some aspect, So curious to see how that goes. But at the end of the day, I think seeing that the leaderboard is a seasonal, right? Which means you could have a one day where you put up 200 votes somehow, right? And it's because everyone in the other Space FM Discord community gave you one vote that day. And all of a sudden, you're way higher on the seasonal than you anticipated, right?
Oh,
So,
dude. So, just speaking of that, we've been really trying to brainstorm and come up with ways, because right now a lot of the strategy is doing vote for vote, right? But there should be some cool ways like people would be able to maybe get some votes that they didn't expect. And we're thinking there might be some really cool mini games that we can play in the VC. Like we have putt putt, and things like that, poker, whatever it might be, where maybe the ante is one vote and one energy vote, and whoever wins in this particular mini competition, will quickly give that the winner the votes. And so we can come up with our own ways to kind of compete for votes. We see that in the timeline, and I think that's part of the cool thing about it is like, I've seen tweets from Ben earlier today saying like, "Hey, first two people to reply with their Forge number, will get my vote." And I think there's lots of really creative ways that people can use this from a social aspect, and I certainly think there's, even like little factions within the community where like, hey, you know what, this one's for the ladies. If you want any votes, like I'm going to donate a vote to ladies of other side guild, I mean other space guild, and that will go toward really putting it toward a specific faction of the community or a subgroup. And so I think there's lots of really interesting ways like we could figure out how to engage people and offer up some votes for people to potentially get upvoted and land higher on that daily leaderboard at some point.
right, like a other space community member of the week kind of a
Forge of the
award or
week.
something. Yeah, and yeah, you had we voted on a contest of like who has the most creative. We'll come up with some topics, whatever the game might be. But I think that's also the power of what a community boosting sort of game and experience can be. So it's like, whether or not a handful of downvotes, if we get creative communally, then we can actually push the leader up quite a bit by ourselves. And luckily, we've seen a lot of people in our voice chatter are sitting in the top 50, right? So who knows how long that will last, but very cool to be part of in the short term. So, I'm gonna look at my screen real quick and cover
Yeah.
about what Festige was talking about earlier, right? So this is the one I started yesterday. I got the portal all the way up to level 6, then built out to the second portal. Still haven't opened the second portal yet, and the reason being is you need 30 tiles.
Okay.
And I have been getting every tile that I had up here, fairly high, 8 or above, and then decided I'm gonna do just a tile of 1, 1, 1, 1 to get that 30, open it, delete them all, and now I'll have all these higher valued tiles available. So that's why I'm just putting whatever shows up and just building it. I don't care. And I'm not going
How many
past
are you
1.
at now? How many
Uh,
tiles?
I wanna say like 17 or 18. I'll have to check
Go
after
to
this
go
is
to
over.
blueprints, the
Oh,
blueprints
okay.
tab, and then on the
Says it there.
top left, yeah, what
24 of 100. So I need
24?
6. Yeah, I need 6 more of those, and then I'll be able to
Okay.
open that. And then I'm just gonna delete all of these. This 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna take all these. They're gone, right? And now because I have these higher energy
And they're
tiles,
gone.
yeah, and it's gone. We're
And
gonna
it's
try
gone.
to we're gonna try to push the energy bank up because that's what I want. So when I have to build out 60 tiles to get that next portal going, it'll be way quicker, right? And
Yeah,
I should
yeah.
ideally have more votes in the morning to send off to people. And to Sean's point, if I vote right at 10 a.m. in the morning for my, little faction of people I'm kind of cohorting with right here, then all of a sudden by the evening and the afternoon, I may have 1 or 2 more votes based on how much energy I've built up, right?
And I've seen a lot of the strategy be with the people who have a lot of votes to delegate to themselves, like whether they're playing for like 50 or something. They're starting to wait till the last hour to do their votes because you can't get negative downvotes. So it's not like you could like be like, for example, RNG's like one of the top people. You can't be like, oh, we know RNG's gonna have 500 votes today. Let's all make him have negative 200 votes. Like you can't negative downvote people. Like you can only downvote however many votes they have.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are now waiting.
Till
So
the end.
yeah, and
Yeah.
even that's what I did. I had a few votes left today, right before the clock went over, and I looked at it and I realized, okay, I'm not going to get past the top 50 threshold, which is where it changes from 24 points you get for the day to 30 points. So I actually did my votes on my other mechs. So now they're all contending, and they're from just one vote, they're getting the second amp. So I think if I keep doing that daily, then I can almost get rare amps on all the ones that I'm not even really trying to get top ranked.
Yeah. I
And then
feel you on that.
ideally you could even maybe sell those and level those amps up too. Sean,
Well,
go
Yeah.
for it. My bad.
no, you're good. I think that's also what's happening from like a gamer perspective. There's a lot of people like Orangey who's offering up services, like, hey, let me help you manage, these. And even myself, like I'm thinking like, oh, this could be a cool way to not only help, make help others out through delegation. But also one of the benefits if you do have all those heavies delegated to you is you have some extra votes and you can essentially pad your heavies with some of those as well by doing vote for votes with other people. So you're dishing out votes to the community using those delegated heavies as well as receiving votes, and you decide where those are going to go. Considering the rarity kind of like how it's all like parsed out, you might be able to just manage really efficiently and be like, okay, I'm in contention for, an epic or a rare amp. So if that one's sitting pretty, I'll be able to continue to boost up this one so I can get some more rare items. So there's lots of benefits to being delegated to. And I think that leads us into something that we're going to be seeing pretty soon. We were talking about it last night in the Discord, but pretty soon there's going to be a free to play option. And the idea of free to play, to the best of my knowledge, is this will open it up to anyone who doesn't have a heavy, but there may be some sort of method where delegation kind of comes into play. And this is probably what Spencer was talking about when he was just insinuating, like, not only is warm wallet and delegation going to be supported, but we're going to design the game around it. And this free to play aspect may very well be a core part of that, that's designed around delegation. So as people come in free to play, how does that relate to the actual asset holders of some of these heavies and forges? Maybe it allows people to have a seamless way to, like, hey, I'm managing a bunch of heavies, and there's incentive because there's a free to play option, and there might be a way that there's like a win-win situation on the owner that's not necessarily doing anything with the heavies and playing, and all the new people that are able to play, for free. So there could be something there. I'm really curious to see how that actually rolls out.
I have been muting myself because when I have to pet my Reaver, if you just watch this, it just sounds like the super fast clicking. But here's a learn, right, guys? I stopped petting him halfway through the bar to
Yeah.
go unmute, and when I went back, you can't anymore. So until he asked for it again.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I have a little. I don't think you guys have talked about it on the show yet, or on these live streams, but we were talking about it in the Discord the other night. If you're having trouble with getting your heavy to go in your portals, don't even pet them. Like, a lot of people are speculating that, oh, like, you have to keep him really high, really like happy, and then he'll go into the portals. If you just leave him alone for 10, 20 minutes, he'll go straight into the portals. Like,
Yeah.
And there's even the power up. What is it called? Wanderlust. Wanderlust sends them straight into the portals if you get that in your shop.
Yeah, just don't touch them. If you want them to go into a portal, just don't interact with it. Let your heavy do its thing, especially if it has that portal storage that's kind of maxing out. Just leave it alone. Also, we were talking about, when one of the portals are broken, like, or not active, but when it's broken, you're almost like forcing that heavy to go into the portal that is not broken. The only benefit of, the only thing that you need to consider, though, is while a portal is broken, it's not accumulating any energy for the storage. And so I've just been repairing my portals, as soon as it's broken, or it needs repair. But there might be a situation where, I would like it to direct it to a certain portal and then go AFK and see if it just goes there.
It was triggering me this morning because I woke up for like where I had to clean up all the shit on all of them. So my heavy wasn't doing anything. He was just floating around, and I just restored my portals. Like, so I was spam clicking for like 10 minutes straight. And then he kept going into the portals with like 1,000 energy in it because I wasn't touching him. I was just cleaning up like all the stuff.
yeah, that seems to be, as you're talking about earlier, one of the metas of trying to figure out how do you get it to go into the portal, and the play seems to be leave it alone, leave your screen up, leave your browser up, and just let it be for a little bit. And I've noticed that as well. Earlier, I stepped outside to have a smoke and just kind of jump on Twitter outside. When I came back in, all 4 of my heavies were in the portal, and I'm like, well, now I got nothing to do for a while, so I guess I'll go back outside and play with the dog or something.
Yeah.
But it's kind of interesting, right? You have to pace yourself in this game, and that's why I'm very appreciative of Spencer and the Yuga team telling us all it's a marathon. You do have to pace yourself in terms of like how much game time you're going to put in there, and we're completely insane. Many of us have been spending an inappropriately large amount of time playing this game, but it's been super fun. And I don't know about you guys. But for me, I can speak on this, is this game wouldn't be as fun if it wasn't for the communal aspect. That plus
Yeah.
this game together has taken it to another level for me.
You're so right. If I would not be having this much fun if and being like, oh shit, I gotta go check on my forge and check on my heavy, make sure it's okay, if I was doing this by myself. Like what I end up looking forward to is jumping into that Discord, honestly, and just being like, just seeing where everyone's at, seeing how I can get help, you know, all of those different things. And the vibe, like we're able to connect with each other and literally got some, it just kind of put me back into what this club is all about, man. You know, I'll tell you a quick story. You know, Ben was in the VC, and he was like, "Yo, I got some gears. First person to delegate their wallet to me, I'll go and that's on a timer. I'll go ahead and speed them up." And basically, what I mean by that is, look at this portal right now. I'm upgrading it, and the timer says it's going to take 1 hour and 13 minutes. But I would have to pay 1,005 gears to speed this up. And so what I ended up doing was going to delegate.cash, delegating my wallet. Boom. The heavy, the game state transfers with the heavy. And so as soon as he logged in, it basically was able to, you know, it logged me out. Then he was able to like speed it up, and then it was really cool to just be able to like get a nice little boost. And you know, at first it was just like first person to do it, and then the homie Tuggy, he had one. He was on a timer, but it was only like 7 minutes long compared to my 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Dang.
And we ended up doing another one, which was cool. You know, and I like, to me, it inspired me because like the whole thing, like, remember, like I got my ape from you, Jason. Like the whole thing was like, yo, you're in the club, boom, apes together strong. And we were all helping each other out, you know. And I think that was the thing for me too. I was like, you know, that inspired me to not just completely do vote for votes, like some, like just what you did, Jason, on the stream. Like you gave Vicky a vote without even asking for something back. And I think that is something we can definitely continue to role model, you know, because I think it inspires and it creates a culture around of kindness. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
man,
So
absolutely, and shout out to the homie Ben for doing that. And that's what we're talking about recently is creating a culture of positivity, and that's something that Other Space FM has really, you know, focused on since day one, is trying to stay away from the FUD and the floor price talk. And you know, not, how can I say this? We are aware of it. We don't turn a blind eye to it entirely, but we choose not to spend our energy in that way. And by doing that, we're finding people who also choose to not spend their energy in that manner. And so for us in the Discord, we've been having fun together playing this game, finding opportunities to either pick up more of these game pieces or sell them if you need to or whatever. But it's been a very nice group of kind of people with that mindset, and that makes it so much better. So we're going to start to wrap up this hour of gameplay where we've been hanging out, talking about what we're building, what we're learning. I want to pop over to Festige, ask you, you know, thank you, first of all, for hanging out with us for the second time. I'm sure we're going to have many more opportunities to vibe, to see what you're building. What are you looking forward to today in terms of gameplay that you're looking forward to accomplish?
Today I should be getting, so hopefully I have to do one more level of tiles to be able to upgrade these portals. I honestly am thinking, because if you look at my portals now, they each cost 500k to upgrade. So I'm wondering if maybe today I actually spend my time of building out the 60 tiles so I can activate my third portal. And then in turn that makes it so now I can invite my third heavy and get that 10% boost. So I'll be up to 30% total of my max storage, which it comes out to a lot, way more now. Like this morning, I invited my heavy, and I got 50,000 energy per one I was inviting, which is just you know, it's like crazy.
If
yeah,
there's dead air, it's because I'm clicking like crazy on mute, and I'm like, oh, I gotta pet him so I can get that full bar.
yeah, I was gonna say it's tough because some people are like, "Yo, check this out." Like, dude, I can't. Like, I'm literally clicking right now, and that goes to show like the shortcuts. You know, the keyboard shortcuts. I'm getting way more familiar with them. They're because as I'm building out tiles, we covered a little bit earlier on previous streams, but while you're clicking on and petting your heavy, you could actually push the crafting button and rotate, what you're eligible to craft for. So, as I'm petting that heavy over here, I can press the letter C, and that continues to cycle through all the different blueprints that I'm able to craft up. Um, Holding L, that has been that's probably the most used keyboard shortcut. Would you guys agree? Holding
Yeah.
L.
Yeah, 1000%.
Yeah, I think all of those things kind of come over time, but you start to just become more efficient with your time. You want to be
So,
able to do things quicker. Productivity is essentially the name of the game.
so with that said, Sean, what's your goal for the day to end your heavy metal with?
Oh shit, man. I want to level up all of these tiles on this one right here to level 12. So that's my goal for this one. Um, Same thing with this heavy over here. And this knight that I got late last night, I'll probably do the same thing, get these leveled up to level 12, keep upgrading this portal. I have 90k forge capacity on this brand new knight, and I love the aesthetics of the Night Forge. So this might be like the one I go for design, but right now I'm just trying to accumulate as much energy as I can. So get this portal upgraded, maybe one more time by the end of the day.
That seems like a fantastic plan, man. For myself, I'm very aligned with that. I am building out the 30 single tiles that are just let me click on this, that are just all level one. All of the level ones are going to go away as soon as I can open that up. And then I'm going to work on leveling that portal up and continue to do that over and over and over with every other heavy metal that I have. I want to show you guys the Reaver, which at first was
So sick.
this was the build I started with, I believe Festige on day one, right? And
Mm-hmm.
there was so much more shit here. I'd built out all these
I
tiles
remember.
and I deleted all of them. And now I'm really focusing on getting these up. And I don't even want to open this portal yet. I just want to get this one to a good level base. So this one's at level 5 currently. This one is at level 6 currently. I want to get this to level 6, and then I will work on getting this open. By having these two at level 6, I should be able to pump another 60 tiles in here, erase them all, and repeat the exact same thing here. And that's the strategy that I'm going to do with this specific Reaver. Every single heavy metal, I've created a separate game plan. And I'm just trying different things. Like, all right, let's
Yeah.
just see how this works, right? Because we don't know which one's correct. We just know what feels like we're getting the most out of right now.
You know what? When the meta changes, you might look back and be like, "Oh shit! I wish I would have actually done that." Like activate this third portal a little bit sooner. But would you say like you regret connecting Portal 2 to Portal 3? Because
Yeah, why?
you
Why would I?
because if you're focused on upgrading that second portal, you actually don't need any of those other tiles on the top. You can just focus on the upgrading portal number 2 by focusing on averaging the tile levels for the ones prior to the second and the second portal.
I
So
mean,
all those, it'll be way quicker for you to upgrade those to a level 12, for instance,
sure.
and get that second portal upgraded quicker, because now you're by adding those tiles, and now that it's connected to that third portal, you can't disconnect that path. You need 30 tiles to, based on what William Peartree is saying, you need 30 tiles to activate it. But once it's activated, you don't need 30 tiles because it's the average tile level that's required for each upgrade.
Right.
And so
Exactly.
it's easier to increase your average level if you have less tiles. And so to me, it's not a coincidence that you get a yeet mode power up after you activate that first or that second portal. And that's because you can just go and destroy a bunch of tiles, get it back down to the minimum amount of tiles that you might want, and then you'll have an easier time increasing your average tile level because you have less tiles to upgrade.
Right. And you had said you want level 12, and that's because in order to get this one, you need a level 12 average tile to upgrade that 500,000. But I don't have a 500,000 capacity on my heavy metal yet. So I have to actually unlock the second portal in order to get that to that 500,000 capacity, is what I found out.
Yeah, it's like,
It's a little balancing game.
When you're ready to activate a new portal, that's when the quantity will come into play, because there's going to be a certain amount of tiles that you need to activate that portal. But to upgrade those portals, that's when you're going to need the average tile level. And the least amount of tiles possible that you have, the easier it'll be to increase that average, because you have less tiles to upgrade.
Yeah,
And so
bong rip McTitties commented, tile count equals active portal, tile average level equals upgrade portal. Best name ever.
And PFP, dude, that's a sick derivative right there. Let me pull that back up. Look at that, dude.
I had to read that
like
3 times. Bong rip McTitties. Cool.
Oh shit!
I love our fucking community. Well, guys, listen, this has been a fun hour. We're all going to get back to our Sunday. We're going to go touch grass because eventually the website will tell us. And also, you got to go outside. Go get some sunlight. Don't sit in front of the computer all day. We will be in the Discord. I promise you, I'm going to jump from this and go straight into the Discord. But I appreciate everyone coming out. If you haven't already, give Other Space FM a like. Please subscribe if you haven't on our socials, whether it be Twitter, YouTube, whatever. Find us, come hang out, and be part of our family.
Pull up in the VC, dude. Pull up in the voice channel. You can just listen in if you want. So far, since the fucking launch of Heavy Metal Forge, it's been active. So that to me is just something that makes honestly, it makes me really proud of like what's happening. We've been at this working on Other Space FM for almost a year, because we started out on the first trip, and we kind of had a hunch like, we're gonna need to figure out how to use Discord as a community tool, because when Legends of the Mar come out, and Other Side comes out, we really need to be able to facilitate collaboration, community, and figure out how community can be really great resources and a tool, because it has been, and that's something we definitely learned from the club. You know what I'm saying? So this is kind of an extension of that with our own twist, and we've been able to really curate it around obviously Other Side, but Heavy Metal Forge, 10KTF Season 2, all of these things are gonna, we're starting to see how these game pieces relate to all these different experiences, and the fun comes out of having this shared experience with each other. So,
and you know what they say, guys, there's no FU without fun. So come be part of the 4G here at Other Space FM. We appreciate everyone. Yeah, it's perfect. We're out, guys. We'll see you later. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, Fastige.
Oh, yeah. Thanks for joining us, homie. We'll see you again soon. Later, bro.